The entire conversation surrounding women not being attracted to men who play video games has been going a little bit viral again after Twitch streamer Carney Jared completed the Fire and Flames at 200 speed on Guitar Hero, which has never been done before. Today, we are going to be talking about that. We're going to get a gauge on how people are feeling about this in the replies to this viral tweet. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with many YouTube channels. Guys, let's show you a little bit of this video first. I'm going to mute it because, of course, the copyrighted song, but look at this absolute terror. He spent 9 months and 50,000 attempts to achieve this. This is actually insane. And it really is, man, because, like, even look at the end. He gets pretty hyped up. Okay, yep, I went a little bit too far, but look how excited he is on it, man. It is crazy that somebody could actually accomplish this, and it's cool, man. It really, really is cool. And a lot of people have been talking about how cool this actually is and how this has never been done before, things like that. But also got a ton of attention was a post by the feminist TM. This is such a perfect example of why video games are unattractive. The difference between this nerd and a guy who can actually do that on an actual guitar is night and day. Video games hijack male ambition towards imaginary achievements. Okay. There's a mixed bag when it comes to this. How many views did this tweet get? 538.4K views. So this really, really made for a lot of conversation. Again, we want to take a look at some replies because it's not just about what I think, and I'd love to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. By the way, hit like and subscribe if you are enjoying the video so far. I always have a mixed opinion when it comes to this. Of course, hobbies can be hobbies. I don't blame women for being unattracted to men who play video games. I don't blame them because it is built into them to want to watch their man do extraordinary things. And this exactly like, while it's extraordinary in the video game sense, it's understandable. Again, if you're just talking about like how girls are hardwired, they want to see their man do all of these great things. They want to see them accomplish a bunch of things. But if you are a capable man, if you have all of your responsibilities taken care of, if you are running the house, if you have all the bills taken care of, if you are the perfect guy, okay, you're in shape, all of that, you sit down, you play video games, there's absolutely no reason for your wife or your partner or just, I mean, like, I'm not saying anybody ever has to be attracted to you, but then I think it's not okay to comment on your video games. And I don't know anything about Carney Jared. I don't know anything about him. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about like the being attracted to video games in general type thing. It's understandable for women to be repulsed by the people who do nothing and sit down and play Guitar Hero with 50,000 attempts. I'm not, again, last time I will say this, not talking about Carney Jared. If it's just your average guy, when he's spending 50,000 attempts on the Fire and Flames and Guitar Hero, when you could be putting that energy to something else, I understand why women would be unattracted to that. On the other side of the coin, though, Carney Jared is probably making some pretty good income from this, especially if this was really, really making the rounds. Maybe a lot of people are watching his Twitch streams. I don't know what else he does on his Twitch stream. Perhaps he's making a solid income doing this. If that's the case, are we really to speak on it? And even then, like, people could have hobbies. All I was saying is it's understandable for women to be unattracted, just like how you guys are probably unattracted to a variety of different things. It's like me getting mad at you for that. That's all I was saying about that, but it's not just about what I think. Let's take a look at what a bunch of people had to say. This did end up hitting the Explore page, so replies to this, replies to a bunch of different people talking about the subject, okay? Caleb Gregory had this to say about this. Playing music and sports are also leisure activities. Neither is more real than playing a video game. You find those activities more sexually acceptable, but one isn't in a dimension of reality. Sometimes people do things without your sexual preference as one of the relevant metrics. Very fair take, but I also think it's fair in the reply over here. Sports is physical prowess, which is real. Playing an instrument, making music, which is also real. And then Caleb Gregory responded to that again and said, this man's dexterity is real. If you listen, you also hear real music, which he is making, not just the Guitar Hero, a whole band. I play guitar, I play sports, I play video games, I do all of these things moderately well. They are real. It's okay for you to have your little female preferences, they just don't dictate reality. Stay humble, don't get it twisted. It's fair for the most part, but I don't hold video games, unless you're like, streaming, you're making a living off of it, if you're competing in for huge cash prizes in something like Fortnite or a competitive video game, I don't think that just like sitting down and playing Guitar Hero is comparable to like learning the skill of playing a real instrument. It's actually like creating something, and I have all the respect in the world for the people who like enjoy playing Guitar Hero, enjoy playing video games. I'm a huge gamer myself. I've been a gamer my entire life. I just don't equate it to the same thing. That's just where I'm coming from in this, okay? Let's continue on to what Hutchins had to say. And sorry if the jump cut, there was a jump cut right there. Regardless, reminder to the boys to ignore random influencers and relax however you want. Very true, very true. But it also is important to note to have your life together instead of just doing your hobbies. The hobbies come if your entire life is put together, then it's okay to do, but it's also okay to do if you're young as well. Let's continue on though to what Hikami no Gio had to say. Us men are not going through the emasculating ritual just to appease, you know, who gets wet at Chad and Tyrone, who turn, wow. Okay. Whew. Now YouTube, I'm going to stop there. YouTube, this is an absolutely disgusting comment. I would never approve of such a thing. The only reason that I am showing such a thing, okay, is for this last post over here. AI waifus in gaming are a must. This is also because there's a lot of shaming with video games going on right now. There is a lot of it. And now that AI waifus and AI girlfriends and sex robots are being developed, a lot of women have to be careful because they're going to continue to push men to go towards the AI girlfriends, and then nobody's going to have a partner ever. I'm not saying to fix what you're attracted to. I totally understand if you're not attracted to it, you're not attracted to it. But perhaps, like, I don't know, maybe we need to be a little bit less mean about it, okay? If you see your kind of stud, I bet you still find him attractive. This is the problem with the entire thing, right? Because you could have, and it's going to sound so cringy coming out of my mouth because I don't want to sound like one of those guys who's like, well, if he was 6'2", because I'm a short guy, I'm 5'7", if he was 6'2" and had the perfect jawline and the perfect muscles, then you would be attracted to him. I don't want to sound like that, but unfortunately, it's true. You ever see like the girls and them finding nerds attractive? The guy can sit down and play in a Smash Bros tournament and be like over 6 foot tall, be good looking, handsome, everything. Then it's okay. But it's the hello authorities or whatever the meme was. It's calling 911 for the creep who's just also doing the same thing, but he's not tall and looking like the same thing. That's the problem with this entire thing, is the logic isn't consistent. Plus, you could argue, and I, of course, would never in a million years suggest such a thing, okay? But some people might say all you have to do is get some high-status women to kind of, you know, talk about how attractive playing Guitar Hero is, and then everybody might follow suit. I'm just saying there might be a lot of NPCs in this world, okay? Roxy Right is Writing had this to say: if he wanted to make music, that would be his hobby, but it's not. It's this. Just because it's not a real achievement to you doesn't mean anything, really. You don't do things for others' approval, hopefully, and he didn't ask any of us. With so many people showing absolutely zero dedication to anything, at least he has something and clearly has a community built around all of this. Look at all those people cheering him on. I hope no one craps on an achievement that you feel you've attained and then tells you that it should have been something else, because that would be super weird of them to do. That's also true, and to do this on Twitch is even better. If somebody wants a complete Fire and Flames like on Guitar Hero, they can do that. But he's also like, and I don't think I mentioned this at the beginning of the video, but it's a very, very good point. He's clearly built a community doing so. This took over Twitter when it came out. I think that's an incredible thing and an incredible achievement, and it's only better because he's getting fame for it, okay? What this nerd did required a lot of time, practice, and development of his fast twitch muscles in order to pull it off. It's an impressive achievement regardless of how you feel about him or video games. Yeah. I just wouldn't equate it to anything like sports, the original poster was saying. That's how I feel about it. But then again, it's probably better than playing music or doing a sport because he's doing it on a Twitch stream and now he's getting status from it. And you know what? Status is inherently attractive. Bro's just having fun and you're thinking about how you should be living to attract you. Mind your business. Fair. Totally fair. That's totally 100% fair. Okay? I get that. People are allowed to have fun and come up with weird challenges for themselves. It's weird to expect people to be productive all the time unless you pay their salary or do things for the purpose of impressing you if you're not their partner. Also true. I have nothing to argue upon that point. Very, very good rebuttal to this initial post, okay? William Coleman had this to say: I'm not sure. There's millions of men that can sufficiently play guitar. I've rarely seen them on a viral video. This guy found a niche and became so good that now I'm commenting about it online. Ooh. Very, 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 very good point. Very good point. Now, I can't speak much on attractiveness, but I am aware that women do enjoy all forms of popularity and e-fame, so there's non-zero selection of women that actually would find this attractive. I've played World of Warcraft for years. Girls gained attractive points for just being in the same game. A World of Warcraft girl 6 could date a World of Warcraft guy 8 because of their shared niche interest. I get that. E-fame's also true. If he gets a bunch of status, if he gets a lot of views and a lot of money playing Guitar Hero, which is inherently unattractive, then that will spin around and become attractive very quickly. So this is why I'm having a little bit of a problem talking about this, but I completely agree with this first part over here. 100%. And look, I'm making a video talking about this as well. It's something to note, man. Something very, very important to note. Not really. Status is status. If this guy is getting praise for this recorded achievement in a public setting, women will take notice. And absolutely they will. 100%. A lot of girls, and this is a harsh reality that I, of course, would never suggest. No matter how unattractive it might be, as long as you're getting the status from it, people, women will take notice. It happens all of the time, and it will happen to this person as he continues to grow on Twitch. You know what I really, really want you guys to do at this moment when you're watching this video is check out this video, because we also talked about the viral clips from Bonnie Blue crashing spring break. It's an interesting video. Take a look at it, guys. Thank you so much for coming. Take care.